Alright. See if we can't climb a little bit tonight. Oh, I'm doing good. How are you doing, Admiral? Hope you're having a good night. Let's change. Oh, that's not what well, I guess that's what we'll play the first round. Okay. Probably the combo deck. So they're going to end-step Confounding Riddle here. We have 2 technical answers to their Omniscience, which is nice. If they Abuelo's Awakening this next turn. Hey Brian, how are you doing tonight? They found the Omniscience to the graveyard. Hopefully they don't have second Omniscience in hand. That resolves. Alright, we are not in a great spot. They have all of the Omniscience. Oh, how'd the Sword Championships go? Or Set Championships go? I would like to unsummon your Omniscience. Nice. Second's not too bad. I want that. Strictly the wrong land to play from our hand, but that's alright. Take a Forest Dismissal. Take another Confounding Riddle. Okay. Whole $50 deck. Oh, must be. That doesn't sound too bad. I'd pay $50 for a whole deck in that that game. It sounds kind of nice. Steamcore Staller, and we need to get this Oculus into play. That's fine with me. We have another recommission / helping hand to play next turn. That stops them from finding another Abuelo's Awakening, theoretically. They also need to find a way to get one of those omniscients out of their hand. Right now, they don't have a good way to do that. You need to find a charter course or something. What archaeologist? 2 invasions. It's fine with me. I would like to attack for 4. And I think I would like to recommission the Oculus back into play. Go ahead. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See what they want to go find. Probably charter course. That way they get omniscience out of their hand if they're trying to get us to get comboed here. We're 1 point off of lethal in the air here, which sucks. If we flip over our Spyglass Siren. But it's better than having a 2-2 on the ground, so. The Scorching Dragonfire, eh? Go ahead. FOMO's not terrible. Turn each non-land, non-token permanent to its owner's hand. Sure. Found a charter course to get omniscience out of their hand. I think we have any way to sneak 1 damage in. Would really like to draw another unsummon. I'd feel a lot safer if we had another unsummon in our hand. Going to Steam Core Scholar first. Get rid of the Oculus. Suppose we just make an Oculus. Hold up Torch and Scorching Dragonfire. Interesting. They drew the 4th Omniscience? Brutal. I mean, that's fine. We have to let that resolve. We can pick up a Confounding Riddle. You have a show cat. I guess. Moment of truth. That resolves. Go get your Season of Weaving. Then we want to kill things in response to the Season of the Weaving. Well, second Abuelo's Awakening, I think, cooks us. Unfortunate. We have a lot better matchup post-board. I really don't think this deck is particularly great. The deck opponent's playing. As long as you kind of know what you're doing against it, it's got a pretty high fail rate. I don't think it's the most powerful thing in the world. It wins a lot of games from people not knowing how to play against it, I think. I want to see if opponent's winning with what they're winning with. Don't think they're playing the Heroic Reinforcements version. Alright, here, I don't want the Scorching Dragonfire. Don't know. I think the Unsummons are fine. I definitely want the No More Lies, the Ghost Vacuum. I'm sure I'm on a couple spot rule. I don't want a bunch of them, but I do want some effects, some of those effects. I'm sure I'm the Highway Robbery. Think it's where I want to be. We had a pretty slow hand anyway. Being 1 point off lethal there is a little frustrating, but let's see what we can get here. I think it seems fine. We're a reanimation spell away from putting Innocuous into play on turn 3. Malcolm's looking particularly bad in our hand. The Otter Ball. I'm supposed to fear discard Spyglass Siren. No, we're supposed to discard the Battlefield Forge. Madakar Wastes. I'm gonna unsummon the Kitsa. I think that's worth it. It's probably worth it to play Spyglass Siren though. Poured into Rona, too? Interesting. Helping Hand is a pretty good draw. Let's go ahead and tag the Fear. We're hoping to hit an untapped land. Or not untapped land, but something to grow it to a 3. Go and attack here. We've got land, sorcery. Depending on what we manifest off this, we have a chance to get Delirium next turn pretty easily. We have instant already, so we just need to find a creature. Discard Grand Demolisher. Artifact also works, so we'll manifest the Seachrome Coast. So we have Delirium guaranteed next turn. Wombo combo time, huh? Do they have the invasion plus a counterspell? They have double omniscience. Where's the invasion? Bounce that in response to the Unnerving Grasp. Oh, it's up to. Fuck. I fucked up. If they had the Confounding Riddle, we're screwed anyway, but... They have the Season of Weaving in hand, we're just dead here. Oh, they just have a second invasion in hand. They had a pretty darn good hand. I'm not gonna sit through and let them combo here. Not worth my time. It's not bad. It's not bad. I hear it is not terribly... It's not a terrible thing to be doing. It does require you to have a lot of things to be able to win the game on that spot. You have to have a pretty specific hand to beat any interaction, but I mean, if you do, it does just win the game on the spot. It is very powerful. How are you doing tonight, J-Rock? Authority of the Councils. They're definitely playing its domain. Also watching the Bills game. At least a little bit. Have it up on the TV behind me here. go ahead and Kiora. Opponent gets to gain a life. Just ditch the 2 removal spells that aren't going to do anything for us. It is a very close game. Should throw it on my small monitor here, actually. Make it a little easier for me to see. Yes, it is. Both games today were real cold games. It looked like it was snowing a bunch in Philly, and it looks like it's doing a pretty good job of being cold there, too. I mean, I would like to find something here. This is card a land, draw 2. Steam Core Scholar. Find an Oculus maybe, so we can helping hand it into play. Kind of fear. Got an opponent. Well, at least you made it to Mythic. Losing every ranked game after that is a little rough, but at least you made it to Mythic with it. It's still my deck of choice right now for any RCQs I play in is that Lunar Insight build. I like it quite a bit. I made a few changes, but not much. I'm still playing... I'm on 2 Lunar Insights now. 2 Lunar Insight, 2 Kaito. Some Thunder Trap trainers. Deck is sick. I think it's a lot of fun. See what we find for Steam Core Scholar. I feel like this game is basically unwinnable at this point. Assuming that they're going to double block our Steam Core Scholar. They have a Leyline Binding. Disgusting. I have a strong feeling we're not winning this game. Man, we were just getting the raw end of the stick here. Where are our Oculus? There are 20 cards and I haven't found one yet. The eyeballs are not here. Agreed. I'm ready for the summer to come back. Or at least the spring. Not a huge fan of the snow. Now we're super dead here. We can't come back from this Zur turn. Alright, we definitely want the exercises and the get losts. Don't want Herber's Forge. Kaito's probably fine. Torches are bad. Scorching Dragonfire is pretty bad. Probably trim on a reanimate spell or 2. Be more of like an actual. I actually don't want these unsummons either. In case the Crimson Purse is decent. We'll try this. Fair. Domain does need to rotate. I'm about sick of seeing Leyline Binding. Where are you at? Where is the snowstorm bad there? It looked really bad in Philly. They're getting hammered over there. CT, okay. That checks out. It looked pretty rough over in that general direction. We haven't gotten too much over here this year, thank goodness. We have a good hand. They don't have Rest in Peace on turn 2. We have turn 3 Oculus. Go ahead and Fear, discard Oculus. Go ahead, opponent. Nebraska. I live in Nebraska. We haven't gotten too much this year. I would like to put an Oculus into play. Attack for 2. We can end step Malcolm. Usually we get a couple good snowstorms in February, like one in January, one in February. But we haven't had too much snow in the last couple years. That isn't up to the beanstalk. What are the odds they're playing Split Up and or Day of Judgment? Maybe just flip this Malcolm up. I don't think we play the one from our hand. Wish we had no more lies. Make this turn real easy for us. Probably just discard a Steam Core Scholar. Manifest Dread. Getting real close to Delirium. Alright, we got game 2. Let's see if we can get game 3. Oh no, we got the weird visual glitch. I hate the weird visual glitch. Well, that hand's pretty trash. If we had one land, we'd probably keep it, just not play anything on turn 1, discard Oculus, turn 2 Helping Hands it back. But brutal. Sand doesn't do anything, but I don't think we can mulligan again. Oh, my kingdom for a white source. Or a Steam Core Scholar or anything. Yeah, I know, right? The 3-color mana base this format are so bad. Right on time. Right on time. Not too worried about that. Spyglass Siren's Dees. Don't need that. Go ahead. Up the beans. Can't counter it. They can Leyline Binding for 3 mana if they have it. Take the beats downs. Inti's not bad. Like to attack. We really need to find an untapped land off of this. Untapped white source so that we can Helping Hand and hold up No More Lies. Damn it. Case of the Crimson Purse. I think that's fine. I think we're exercising this. We're really constrained on white sources here. Okay. How many untapped white sources do we have? 4? There's 4 untapped white sources in our deck? Think we go for it? That's adorable. Let's do that. I like the double white source, but both tapped. It's cute. They can put us to 4, which is not great. They can't kill us, but they can put us low. Alright. I don't think there's anything we can draw here that's going to save us. Highway Robbery doesn't do it. Our land's going to interplay tap, or our creatures are all going to come into play tapped. What I leave in for removal? I have 1 exercise, 1 get lost. That's it. Sacrifice the Shivan Reef. Damn it. We have to grab our Steam Core Scholar to try to find a removal spell. Discard both these. We're going to discard anyway with our Fear. Play Fear. We failed to find... If I had a white source earlier, I might have had a chance there. Not looking so great for this deck. 0-2 so far. Oof. Give it one more shot, then we're going to switch something else if we lose again. The deck looked funny, but definitely is not performing particularly well. I think the mana base and 3-color decks are just too rough. Like decks where you need all 3 colors of mana, I just think are just add up. Inti, Fear of Missing Out's another way to discard things. It gets real removal spells, unlike the blue-white deck. Getting Torch the Tower, I think, is pretty big. I think the blue-white deck has a really hard time with mono-red. This deck, I think, has got a lot better matchup there. Fear of Missing Out's a fantastic magic card. I don't think it's worth the pain on the mana base, though. Esper Talent, probably. I didn't use Helping Hand on Oculus last game because it wouldn't have done anything for us. Like, we were just dead if we'd Helping Hand the Oculus, because both creatures would have entered played tap with the Authority of the Councils in play. I was trying to find an answer with drawing the cards from the Steam Core Scholar. I think here I just discard this in Battlefield Forge. Then we can Helping Hand back another Steam Core Scholar. Discard Oculus. If I torch the Nurturing Pixie, we can attack with Delirium. We didn't have it the turn before, I don't think. I'm pretty sure the turn... Well, okay, so the turn before I didn't do it because I played the Kiora to try to find us something to do. I was picking the Oculus, just putting the Oculus into play didn't really accomplish anything. I needed to put more pressure than that into play, I thought. That was my reasoning behind it, because we didn't have much going on. And just putting 7 power into play when we were at 8, going to 4 guaranteed, didn't seem like it was going to get us there. This feels a whole lot like opponent has a nowhere to run, huh? Well, and summon one of your tokens. I'm assuming our Kiora is going to die, so I think I'm just going to go to combat now. See what opponent wants to do. I don't want to attack with Kiora. Then nowhere to run this, then block this with the Otter token. Am I fine with that? I think I'm fine with that, actually. That's fine. You go ahead and know where to run and eat both my creatures. I think I'm cool with that. And then we just recommission back the Oculus. I was like, go for the third. Okay, that's the same thing. Well, I'm glad we did this instead of recommissioning right away. We did attack for 2 again with the Steam Core Scholar. I'll recommission Oculus. We had our mana base work this game. Makes the deck feel a whole lot better when the mana works. Weirdly enough. Let's go and attack for 4 and then just replay Oculus so we have enough cards in our graveyard. Alright, what do we want here? Shelter by Ghost doesn't do much. Play a bunch of nowhere to runs. Case of the Crimson Purse is pretty good. Don't need the Highway Robbery. Probably don't need the Scorching Dragonfire. I like having some spot removal spells. Probably want to Get Lost. That's probably all I really want to do. Our primary game plan's pretty good here. It is difficult for them to deal with in a board Oculus once it gets into play. I can't keep this hand, unfortunately, I don't think. It's close. We have like everything we want with Spyglass Siren to try to find us more lands. If that was a blue-white land, I would keep this hand for sure. But I think we have to mulligan otherwise. We're just getting crushed by the mana this game with this deck. Mockingbird, my Spyglass Iron? Sure. Well, we're definitely going to just Inti here. I think just turning this into 2/2 is fine. We lose the card for sure, but I don't really care. I think having this as a 2/2 is fine. Next turn, we can try to get some value out of it. We'll get to recoup some card advantage off of the fear if we have no cards in hand. Like Kaito here. If they don't lock down one of our creatures here, we do get to swing in and kill Kaito. Actually, even if they do lock down one of our creatures, we just get to kill Kaito here. Kaito's a lot less good when your opponent has 2 creatures in play. An easy swing in on the Kaito here. Do I want to discard a Torch the Tower or do I want to kill this? I just want to kill this. Probably map token on one of these. We're not going to discard here. Copy Inti. I got a flying Inti. So much better than a non-flying Inti. I would like to attack. Doesn't really matter too much. Interesting. Doesn't really matter what we do here. We lose out on some cards no matter what. I think I'm just going to fear discard the Battlefield Forge and play the Thundering Falls. I think that's better. Exile another card. Hey, that was actually pretty good. I think something cast is huge there. See if we can find off the Thundering Falls. Honestly, another Torch Tower is not bad. I'll take that. Take a torch. Cheap interaction sounds great here. Oh, they found a Kaito. No blocks. We can only ninjutsu from hand, right? You can't ninjutsu from exile. Yeah, from your hand, tapped and attacking. Okay, that's what I thought. So they want to play Kaito, they just have to cast it, which is honestly probably pretty good for us. It's going to waste basically their entire turn. So this is just a Jeskai Oculus list. It's very similar to the blue-white, like Helping Hands recommission decks, but has more of a red base, just really splashing the white for the Helping Hands and recommissions, but then has more of a red base for your discard. It's been decent. The mana base has been really bad, but most 3-color mana bases are pretty rough in this. Yep, exclamation point deck in chat will give you the list. Ooh, if I can type. That'll pop up with this list and all the other lists that I play on stream. Of course. Thanks for coming out and hanging out. Thanks for coming and hanging out in the channel. Appreciate it. Suppose we start on Steam Core Scholar, see what happens. That'll trigger Inti as well. Discard Spyglass Siren, see if we can hit off Inti. Hit a recommission, which we're not going to cast. Thank you for the follow, appreciate it. What do we need in the graveyard to... So we have instant land critter. Well, that gives us Delirium. I think we're just killing the Otter. Swing. All here. Swing you into Kaito. Well, 4, 8, 9... Okay, is it just lethal? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13? Okay, it is lethal. Never mind. We're just going to kill opponent here. Sweet. We got on the scoreboard with the deck. We're going to restart Arena real quick, because I do not like this little visual glitch. It bothers me. Can't stand it. Alright, back at it. Let's continue our Oculus journey. It probably is. I haven't